So I'm going to go ahead and jump into introducing our next speaker, and just out of respect for, hey Katrina, what I want is these center lights on the, yeah, and then the other ones in the back off. Sorry, wasn't. Can you do these Canon ones? It's one of the slidey ones. So there's 2 slidey lights. There we go. And then turn the ones in the very back that are like stage lights, turn those off. There we go. Thank you so much. Okay. Hi, Heart Katrina. Thank you so much for making your way back so quickly, ladies. So we've got a few spots in the front, and I don't know if people have shifted around, but if you have an inclination to sit up in the front to fill in the seats for Veronica's video, and be in Veronica's video, that could mean so many things. There we go, Karen. Oh, so Karen is here. Go ahead and stand up for a second. Karen led our last full moon or new moon prayer circle that happened on Friday, and it was so delicious. It was so amazing. Thank you so much. That was really deep. Yeah, thank you. So it is with great pleasure that I introduce to you Veronica, and she'll be talking about healing the divine feminine, moving from sexual shame to sexual freedom. Veronica Monet is a sexologist, an anger management specialist, and a radio host, among many, many things. So let's put our hands together for Veronica.
And she forgot to tell you, I'm also a former whore. Although, how many of you have heard of Howie Mandel? So I'm on the Bill Maher show, and he says, "So, you're a hooker." I said, "Yes, Howie Mandel, I'm a hooker, but I really prefer to be called a whore." And he says, "I'll just call you a slut." So, I mean, what do all those words mean? Seriously, I have been to many college classrooms where I would ask the men, "When's the last time somebody called you a whore?" Exactly. That's pretty much their response. They'd elbow each other and they'd laugh. And then I would ask the women in the room, "Can you remember the first time somebody called you a whore?" Different response. Yeah. It lives in our bodies in a totally different way. In a very, very different way. And you know, I got the college degree. I was an honor student. I spent 7 years in corporate America, and I was successful in that. I had promotions and raises, and I was an office manager, then I was a department manager, and then I was a marketing representative for a radio station before I ever got into the sex industry. And I really feel that the sex industry was part of my spiritual path. And you know, when Jennifer was talking about the women who have these spontaneous past life memories of being witches for the state, I really believe that all of you have that. I really do. I think that's why you're here. I think you're rebirthing the divine feminine. Now, my patron saint is the goddess Lilith. I love her, and if you don't know her story, and hopefully Rabbi Melinda's not going to correct me on it, the story of Lilith goes something like this. God created Adam and Lilith. And Lilith was made of the soil, just like Adam was, so she was absolutely his equal. And Adam complained to God, "This woman will not lie underneath me. She keeps wanting to get on top during sex." And, you know, God's like, whatever. And eventually he says, all right. And he says, "Lilith, I'm really sorry, but you're going to have to leave the Garden of Eden." So he kicks her out. Kicks her out of the Garden of Eden. Puts Adam into a deep sleep. Takes one of his ribs. Creates Eve so that she would be a lesser companion. And then, of course, you know the rest of the story. Eve falls prey to the snake, you know, which was supposed to be Satan. This interesting thing, Kundalini sexual energy, which is snake-like. So I really think that Lilith was put out of the Garden of Eden, and this becomes like the part of us that's missing.